Hi everyone, thank you for joining our Catering and Hospitality live Q&A. I'm going to now hand it over to our lovely lecturers to answer any of your questions.
Good morning everybody, my name's Vinny. I'm the front of house lecturer for Hospitality and Catering.
Hi, and I'm John. I'm the chef lecturer for Hospitality and Catering.
So how many days a week will I be at college, John?
Well, depending on the course. So level ones tend to be here 3 days a week. Level twos, depending if we have a Thursday evening, they might be here 3.5 days a week. It really depends on the hours that we've got allocated to them for the course.
What qualifications will I gain?
Well, the answer being is that all the qualifications we gain are highly recognised within the industry. We start the qualifications, we start at early on the base level, level one. That just gives you an introduction to the various front of house or kitchen. So we learn the basic skills. We learn how to chop vegetables, prepare vegetables, use our knives, and generally just know our way around the kitchen. By the time at level two, we start looking at improving, updating your skills. And then obviously to level three, we're looking at you moving out into a supervisory position, into a good restaurant. And the same would probably apply, as Vinny would probably say, for front of house. Do you want to pick up on your front of house qualifications, what they will do for them?
Yeah, pretty much the same as John. We start off at level one, so it's just an introductory into the area. So you will learn your way around the bar, way around the restaurant, and also the reception area that we have at the college. It is like a virtual working environment where we have a professional restaurant, fully stocked bar where you learn all the skills on the bar, and obviously again on the floor working in the restaurant. And then we progress onto level two, where it gets a bit more sophisticated in learning how to do more refined front of house and silver serving skills. Again, leading towards more of a fine dining experience. And at level three, we go into like the supervisory roles of the front of house area, where you'll be managing the restaurant, sometimes independently, and obviously with the help of me at the start, just to guide you through it. And then hopefully at the end, you'll get yourself a nice job at a Michelin star restaurant.
So what equipment do you think I need to buy or purchase? What do you think?
Well, there's a uniform equipment list that we send out to all students at the beginning, at the start of the year, and that will give you everything that you need to your qualification. That'd be all your knives or your whites that you have, and again with the front of house uniform as well.
So we talk about being at college. What sort of other activities or enrichment activities do you think we're likely to do? Do you know, to enhance while we're there?
Obviously, with this in the COVID world at the moment, we're not allowing students to go out into the public domain, so to speak. But obviously, this pandemic will go away eventually, and with that said, you will go into local establishments like 5-star hotels in and around the Rutland and Melton area, just to have like away days. Also as well, we would like to take our students to catering competitions, where you can sort of like show your skills that you've learned in college. Also as well, there's a local brewery in Melton what we'd like to do, like take you on a day trip. But at the moment, it's a little bit weird with the COVID going on, but hopefully in the coming month that will subside, and we can then take our students out on trips.
I was coming on the course, obviously I'm looking at starting with probably in September. I'm hoping obviously I get good GCSE grades. Do you know what will I need to start to come on the course? Are there any specific grades I need to start on the course?
Well, basically have a good sound of English and maths, but if you're not successful come September, we can take you on the course, and also as well you can then carry on with your English and maths whilst you're at college. You could do that at GCSE or functional skills, depending on what level you are at.
I see we've got a question. Someone asked us, is the restaurant open to the public? And will I be serving the public? Well, the restaurant is open to the public, but I'll let Vinny answer, will I be serving to the public?
Obviously you will be, yes. It is open to open to the public. And obviously, we're closed at the moment because obviously we're a hospitality and catering establishment. So obviously we're following government guidelines. But yes, to answer your question, we are open to the public, and we allow bookings. So people phone up or email us for a booking, and also we accept walk-ins. That's people just coming off the street and walking in. So we're offering a realistic catering environment.
What about apprenticeships? If I wanted to do an apprenticeship, would I have to look for an apprenticeship, or would the college deal with that or help me?
Basically, where that's said, the college can look to help you with an apprenticeship, find you a place of work. But normally, an apprentice comes to us already with a place, a workplace, and then we just help you through the qualification that you would like to achieve. For instance, it could be team member at front house. That's sort of like level 2 level, or we can do level 3 hospitality supervisory. And then obviously in the kitchen we offer one which is called commis chef, which is your basic one, your first fall into it, and then there's the other one which is what they call chef party. These qualifications can all be found on the via websites. Just do like a Google search or something, whatever search engine you use, and you can get all these qualifications will come up. And then normally they're through what they call People First. So all the information that you would need is all on their website.
I see we've got a question, Vinny. Do you want to answer that question that they've asked us? Do you help to arrange work experience?
Trying to scroll down. Sorry, every time I scroll down, my screen goes off. So
okay, well,
I can see the questions coming up, but
it just basically saying, do you help to arrange work experience?
Well, basically, again, it is a working environment. So we do actually do work experience whilst you're actually in college when the actual restaurant is live. That said, we can offer, for instance, when like at Easter and things like that, we can arrange for a work experience placement if the student would like to go out independently to the workplace. That can be arranged. I know students have gone out to Stapleton Park, in Rutland at Easter to work there for a couple of weeks. So that can be arranged depending on what the student would like. So we can arrange that for you if you'd like. How do I apply for the course?
Well, the answer being is that obviously you can apply online. You can apply through the Moodle. You can apply directly at the college. Obviously, we have open days. A bit like now, we've got the virtual open day and open evenings. But hopefully, by the time COVID is open to the public general, probably March, April time, we're hoping that you just be able to come in and visit us on one of our open evenings. We have open evenings quite regularly. So yeah, you can come in, speak to us. You can also just speak direct to the student advisory. When you ring up, they'll push you on. And if need be, you need something more specific about either the restaurant or the kitchen, you'll probably be directed, the call will be transferred to us, and then we can answer any additional questions for you.
There's a question come through, John. I'm an adult learner. Can I apply for the course?
Yeah, the answer being is there are certain, depends on what age you are. In 19 to 24, I believe there's some grants available. There are student loans, depending on your age and depending on your circumstances. So if you're receive a certain benefits, job seekers allowance, that some of the courses might be free for you, but yeah, there's no issues. And of course, if you've got children as well, so last year we had 2 parents on the course, and what we did was we made sure that they could still achieve their qualifications, and we worked around them and their children. And that's worked really well on Teams. So obviously when COVID hit, and they were at home and they had their children during the day, what we did was we arranged teaching for them at night time. So an adult coming course is really good. You bring a lot of skills and knowledge with you, and that really helps our other students as well and develop them as well. So there's no issues if you're an adult learner.
That's good. Will I be able to have the opportunity of looking around the college before I start?
Well, I suppose it's the COVID-19 sort of scenario, but we're hoping you will be able to. And the answer being, we come to what we tend to do on the opening evenings. when you come across and walk in, we'll have other students who will bring you across to the department. And you can have a look around there. Sometimes there'll be students working, doing some tasks, so you can have a good look around. And actually, that's probably the best thing to do. You talk to the students who are currently here, and they'll give you an update. But yes, you'll be able to look around. And of course, we've got the virtual. You can look on to, if you go onto Moodle and look at that, you can see all the students working in various areas. There's enough videos there. There's a lot of information there as well. I've seen a question here. It says, sorry, I've missed this. I've just joined. What grades do I need to do the level 2? And do you need to do the level 1 first, Vinny? Do you want to answer that one?
Yeah. Well, where level 2 is concerned, if you've been successful on your in your GCSEs, we can look to take you straight onto level 2. That said, you will get a skill test, because going on to level 2 is you know, you've missed out a whole year of skills at level 1. So obviously all the basic principles of cooking you will undertake at level 1, and now obviously at level 2 it's more advanced. So you need to basically be competent in the area as best as we can, but we do accept students that are got good GCSEs, so they can actually go straight on to level 2. But what we do ask that the student does have good passion for the industry, because it can be tough at level 2, and we've accepted a couple of students this year straight onto level 2, but they sort of like excelled at their GCSEs in sorry, I'm a bit old school, home economics. I'm not sure what it's called these days, but they excelled at that level at GCSE, so we accept them straight away. Hopefully that's answered your question. Can I, of course, if I require any additional learning support?
Yeah, well, we've got, obviously, it would depend on your learning need. Yes, we cover, so if you're dyslexic, that's not a problem at all. If you've got any other additional needs, Asperger's, dyspraxia, we cover all that as well. If it's anything a bit more specific, we have student advisors here who will actually look and assess your needs. And it may be that you might need to have a reader on exams, you might need some extra time. We provide that all as, I think, that's standard, just like you were having at school. So there's no real issue on that. With that, so anything you need, we will be able to sort out for you. I think we're pretty good at that at Melton.
Oh, thank you. That's answered.
What about who do I speak to? Obviously, I'm coming from about 10 miles away. How does it work with transport? Do I get a pass, or how does that work?
Again, depending on your personal needs. So there is actually bus passes available to students that require them, and there is a bus or coach service that the college does offer. Again, it just depends on where you live. We do have students that do live even further than 10 miles away. We've got students at the moment that live the other side of Rutland, and one of our students actually lives in Market Harbour, which roughly takes nearly an hour and a half to get to college, and which she gets to on a daily basis while she's with us. So we do offer, there is support available. Again, it's on your personal circumstance and needs. So there is bus passes and there is transport available. Hopefully that's answered your question. Again, you literally you put this all down on your interview, what needs you have, and obviously if I don't have the answers, I can go and find them for you.
So what about facilities? How much, that we've got good facilities at the college for the courses that we offer?
Speaking obviously for hospitality catering, it's a working environment. It's a proper kitchen that you'll be working in. All the industry needs, ovens, they're all state of the art, up to date, rationale ovens. With the kitchen is fully well equipped. Same again with the restaurant. It's a fully equipped bar. It's offering a real learning experience and environment where you would have if you go out into a restaurant with your parents of an evening. So it is fully equipped with everything that you need to give you the best learning environment.
And I can add to that as well. We've got some really good, obviously, currently we're doing a bit of molecular. work as well. So the level 3 is advanced stuff. So we've got lots of stuff that actually stretch and challenge, especially in the kitchen, and we're passing that straight into the restaurant as well.
Where can the course lead to? What kind of jobs will I be able to apply for after the course?
Well, it really depends on where you want to work. I can just say that when I was a student, obviously it was a long time ago when I was a student, there were very limited where you could go. But now with cruise liners, airlines, I mean, I think that the future is endless for them. And in some stage in the future, if all goes well, there'll be space travel. Whether they're, well, the answer being is, yeah, I mean, look at it now and we just think that Virgin Atlantic, obviously they're looking at, in the next 10 years, having an airliner type thing that will take 20 or 30 people to space. So where can you go? Well, they say the world is your oyster, and it might be outer space, might be the option as well. But you can really start at the really basics at a pub and then work your way up to wherever you want to work. I mean, lucky enough, so me and Vinny have both worked in a number of establishments and traveled the world. So for guidance and help and places to work, we can signpost you there. But really is you're joining an industry that's massive, and you know, if you want to go and work in Australia or travel, this really is the industry for you.
It certainly is. It certainly is. Again, I've just you know, the world is your oyster. I going back to a couple of my college colleagues when I was your age, they went and worked on a QE2. So again, it's just the world is your oyster. So it depends on what you want to do and where you want to go and what you want to achieve, where you want to push and achieve yourself. So yeah, this course will give you the good foundings and the good foundations and give you the skill set that's required. But yes, you can go and achieve some really good goals in life. Sorry, I think I might have to move because the sun's blaring in my conservatory.
That's all right, Vinny. Actually, it's looking. I was just going to say, do I need to go and get my sunglasses, get my shades on?
I'm just moving into my dining room. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so I have seen a question from what type of careers can they go into. So we did say where you can go, but actually, some of the skills that we offer you can transfer to other industries. So the answer is that we do planning, time management, logistics. So you might want to come and become a chef or a front of house, but actually you can take that into other industries as well. It may well be that you find that chefing and catering is not for you, but when you go for an employer and ask them, have you done? You've worked with people, you've got good people skills, you've got organizational skills, you've got maths and English. So the answer being is that a catering qualification isn't just for catering. You can use it for other careers as well, and it's a real good thing. People like to see because you've got great personal interaction. So that's a really good one. So Vinny, if you had an option, what would you say your favourite job in the industry has been?
Oh God, I've had some. Well, I had one of my jobs many years ago. I managed. I was in an event manager, so I dealt with sporting events, and I pretty much worked with quite a lot of just like the Premier League, England, the national squad as well. They used to stay in the facility where I work. So I've met some quite characters in the football world, people like Paul Gascoigne, Roy Keane, to name but a few. So yeah, that was a nice job that I had. But I started at the bottom. I started in just a little restaurant and worked my way up and got into managerial, and my career has taken off different paths stuff, and obviously it's led me into teaching, just to pass on my what I've learned to the next generation, to be honest with you. And I know that John John's pretty much worked everywhere, pretty much, I would imagine.
Yeah, I have. I mean, I started like Vinny as a kitchen porter, and a lot of chefs do that. You start as a kitchen porter, washing pots and pans, and while you're washing pots and pans, you'll be watching what the chef's doing, and the chef primarily will say, "Do you want to have it? Do you know? Are you watching? Do you like to have a go?" Before you know it, you're off out of the pans and into the kitchen. You're right. Yeah, you just. I've had some great places like yourself with Vinny. I've worked at Wembley Stadium and some other places, and you get great opportunities. So Yeah, so that we bring to the table. So when people ask us about our experience, well, myself and Vinny, we bring a lot of experience to the table, and we can give you guidance on it. And I'm not gonna lie. The students will tell you, people come on the course think cooking is easy. It's not. The catering courses aren't easy. They're hard work, but rewarding.
Yeah.
So so people think it's an easy course. It's not an easy course, and the students will tell you that. Something we reiterate all the time. I always say, if you think it was easy, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But the people who do choose the trade become passionate and driven and can achieve wonders. So yeah, it's a great industry to be in.
If I could offer any advice to anybody, there's plenty of TV programs on at the moment. So we've got MasterChef on at the moment, Bake Off. Every Saturday there's Saturday morning kitchen, there's Sunday morning kitchen, there's Sunday brunch. Lots of shows. I would be encouraging students to be watching these type of shows just to give you an insight into the industry and see these guys working under pressure.
I think Professional MasterChef, haven't you got an ex-student that you work with on there, Vinny, that you work with?
He's actually on next week. Yes, that is true. A guy called Vernon. He's on. I think it starts Tuesday. I'm not sure. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, isn't it? I'm not sure. But it's yeah. So one of the students I worked with, had the pleasure of working with a couple of years ago. He's actually on MasterChef this coming week. But that's where this industry can take you. Start off a student at level 1, work your way through, and then it can take you, to be a household name. I'm not sure how far he's got because he's under contract.
But it's really good to see that. I believe he talked really highly of you, didn't he?
Well, he was more kitchen based, so he sort of like specialized in kitchen. I worked with him. I came. It was literally the start of my teaching career, actually. So I started, and he was in the kitchen. So I was in front of house. So I only sort of like had a few lessons with him. But he spoke very highly of our chef lecturers and the support that the chef lecturers gave him to progress into the industry. And it's the same level of support as myself and John would do for a student that's coming into Melton. We would guide you in a direction where we feel you would suit and need to go. So there is lots of stretch and challenging stuff that myself and John do with students, and we advise them on their career paths when they choose to eventually leave us. In all honesty, but yeah, so
that's really good. Yeah, I think it has. I think it's really good. Yeah, so we look forward to going to MasterChef and watching that. So if there's anyone here watching that, so do go and see. There's a student on there. There's guidance and support from, of course, from Vinny and other lecturers. So as Vinny said, it can take you where you're not expecting to go sometimes.
Most definitely. I've left my default questions in my.
So what about uniform?
Doing very well this morning.
Vinny, we said we've got to have uniform. So what happens if I've already got some waiting uniform, some chef's uniform? Do I need to buy extra stuff or?
Well, I think your chef whites are quite generic anyway. The front house uniform that we have, it's pretty much it's basically for our restaurant. So it's like it's a waistcoat, it's a black shirt, it's like a sand colored tie for level 1, and then at level 2 it's like what they call a morning grey tie. But if anybody's got their equipment, we can always send the equipment list out just to make sure that you've what you haven't got, you can order from us. Hopefully that's answered your question.
And what about the cost for it? Can I get any grants? Are there any grants available for me to?
The college does offer bursaries. Again, it's about your personal income, household income. So if it falls under a certain amount, I'm not too sure what that amount is, the college will pay for that. So don't be worried where that's regard. Obviously, if both mum and dad are working and the the household annual income is significantly higher, you will then be asked to pay for your own uniform. But it's actually quite reasonable. It is quite reasonable. So they do actually offer books, but what I generally tend to say to students is, I've got a book list. You can get, they're not brand new, but they're just as good. You can get used books off Amazon. I know there's other websites available, and other places where you can buy stuff available. I get a lot of books off Amazon, which are and only a small percentage of a brand new book, but they're just as good, but they're used, and they do work, but it save you a couple of quid.
I think you mentioned, or John or somebody mentioned Moodle. What is Moodle?
Moodle's our college. It's got all our resources that the teachers use for your courses. So each of the areas, obviously we're talking about hospitality and catering. We have our own Moodle page where you will get a you'll get your own password, you'll get your own login, and on there will be all the resources you need for your course. So for instance, if you need to do any extra homework or assignments, you can go to Moodle and all the resources will be on there. We put lots of stuff on there for the students. Like yesterday, I was teaching from Moodle, doing napkin folds. So we've got lots and lots of resources on our Moodle pages to help you through your qualifications. That would be level 1 kitchen, all the way through to level 3, where I'm concerned, front of house, hospitality, catering, supervisory, and at level 2 as well. So we've got lots of resources for each of you.
What happens if I'm at home? Can I just access it at home, or can I only access it at college?
Can access it from home. So you would go onto the BMC college website, and you'll go up to the top of the screen, and there will be Moodle on there. You click Moodle, and it will just ask you for your username and password. Put all that information in, and it's as if you're like at college, really. And obviously, in the COVID world, we did have to do remote teaching via Microsoft Teams, where we actually taught from Moodle and other platforms that we use. So so don't be worrying about that. So you can do your work from home as well.
Okay, everyone, I think that is the end of the session. If you have any further questions, please email courseinquiries@brooksbymelton.ac.uk. You can also apply now directly on our website, which is www.brooksbymelton.ac.uk. We'd like to thank John and Vinny, and thank you to everyone for joining our live Q&A today. Enjoy the rest of our virtual open day, and we really hope to see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Cheers. Bye. Bye.